Hey guys, Keto Coach Brian here. Welcome to my channel, a channel that is dedicated to making your transition to keto easier and your journey through keto healthier and more effective. I'm here to talk to you today about a really important topic, and that topic is pizza. Everybody I know that started keto, first recipe they look up is pizza. And so I developed a recipe that is simple, that has only about 320 calories and 5 net carbs, not in a slice, but in an entire pizza crust. And most importantly, it is delicious. So we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna show you how to make this awesome crust. All right, before we get started, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna set our oven to 400 to preheat, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna put on a small pot of water to boil. We're gonna need a little bit of boiling water in just a little bit. Let's get our dry ingredients going. First thing we have is almond flour, 25 grams of almond flour. I like to weigh out everything beforehand. It'll help me save time later. So 25 grams of almond flour. I buy that stuff in bulk because I use it a lot. Next is 40 grams of oat fiber. This is not oat flour, this is oat fiber, 0 net carbs, and oat fiber will not impact blood sugar basically at all. Next thing we're going to put in there is we're going to put just a teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to add 7 grams of psyllium husk fiber, which is why we need the boiling water in just a couple of moments. And next is flavoring. I add 2 tablespoons, which is 7 grams of nutritional yeast. That gives it more kind of a bready quality to it. Add some flavor, and can't have a good pizza crust without garlic powder. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. So we have our dry ingredients. I'm going to take a whisk and just whisk those up real quick, and that'll get us ready to add our wet ingredients. Get this pizza crust going. Wet ingredients couldn't be simpler. All we have here is 3 egg whites and 1 whole egg, and I'm just going to dump that right in there. Don't have to beat the egg first because we're going to beat it in a second. And we're going to take our boiling water that we put on before, and we're going to pour out a 1/4 cup of boiling water. That's all we need. 1/4 cup of boiling water. I'm going to pour that right in there. That's going to activate that psyllium husk, and I'm going to take my handy dandy hand mixer, and I'm going to give that a quick mix for about 30 seconds. Once we're done mixing, we're going to let this rest for about 5 minutes before we spread our dough out and make our crust. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. And 5 minutes later, let there be dough. All right, spreading this out couldn't be simpler. I'm just going to plop my dough out on this parchment lined baking sheet. You can use a pizza stone if you want. I do sometimes. And this is not like your typical pizza dough. We are not going to be flipping this around like an old school Brooklyn pizza man. We are going to use this little rubber spatula, and we're going to just spread this out until it looks like pizza. Now that we have it in the right shape, time to bake. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in my 400-degree oven, check on it in 20 minutes, and it'll be a golden brown. You'll be ready to put your toppings on. We'll check back in 20. All right, guys, here we are. Delicious, hot pizza crust ready for toppings. And that couldn't be simpler. This is the easiest part. We got all the hard stuff done. We're ready for the easy part. We're going to add some sauce. I like to use a nice low-carb marinara. You can make your own if you want. I'm taking the easy way out. Spoon it on there. Maybe 3/4 of a cup. I like my pizza pretty saucy. I don't know about you. Get a decent layer of sauce on there. And then the most important part, cheese. Now I've used about a half a cup of shredded mozzarella and about 3/4 cup of a low-carb marinara. You're talking about an entire pizza pie for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 calories. Whole thing. Eat the whole thing. What's better than that? And I plan to. All right, we're going to add our cheese. Some grated mozzarella cheese. And then, literally, whatever toppings you want. Make it your own. However you like a pizza. You want to use a white sauce, use a white sauce. You want to put pepperoni, put pepperoni. You want to put anchovies, ooh, go ahead. But I use this. This is, in my opinion, the king of Italian cured meats. It's called sopressata. It's basically an Italian salami, and it is delicious. My 3-year-old daughter loves it. She asks for it all the time. It is her favorite thing in the world. And that's it. Simple as that. I'm going to stick this back in the oven for 8 minutes, and it is done. It is pizza time, people. Check this out, guys. We are done, and that is looking great. And remember, this entire pizza pie, with the sauce, with the cheese, with the salami on it, under 600 calories, okay, and it tastes phenomenal. And I want to show you one more thing, too. One of the most important things about a good pizza pie, about a good keto pizza, nice cheese stretch there, you can hold it with one hand. It's not flopping anywhere. This is a solid piece of pizza. Tastes amazing. Wow. That is good. Remember, guys, please hit that like button and subscribe so you can get more of this awesome content and delicious food from me. I'm Keto Coach Brian, and I'll see you next time.